Friends, gather around. It's time to talk about something many people find about as exciting as watching paint dry the federal budget. But hold on, this isn't your average run-of-the-mill budget snooze fest. This time, it's personal. President Trump has proposed massive cuts to environmental programs. We're talking billions and billions of dollars slashed. The stated goal: to reduce the national debt and cut what the administration calls wasteful spending. But critics are saying this budget is less about fiscal responsibility and more about waging war on the environment. Let's dive in. Now, I'm no economist, but even I know you can't just slash and burn your way to a balanced budget. Especially when it comes to something as crucial as protecting our planet. I mean, we only get one Earth, folks. And the agencies tasked with keeping our air clean, our water drinkable, and our ecosystems healthy are facing some of the biggest cuts. It's like trying to put out a fire with a squirt gun. First up on the chopping block, the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. This agency is responsible for, well, protecting the environment. We're talking clean air, clean water, and making sure corporations aren't dumping toxic waste in our backyards. Trump's budget proposes a whopping 54.5% cut to the EPA. That's the lowest funding it's seen since the 1980s. Remember the 80s? Big hair, leg warmers, and acid rain? Yeah, not exactly the decade you want to emulate when it comes to environmental policy. And it doesn't stop there. The Interior Department, which manages our national parks, public lands, and wildlife, is also facing a nearly 30% reduction in funding. That means less money for maintaining our parks, protecting endangered species, and ensuring that our natural resources are managed responsibly. Imagine going to Yellowstone and finding it overrun with trash, or Yosemite without its iconic waterfalls. It's a bleak picture, my friends. But wait, there's more. The Trump administration is also taking aim at climate science. NOAA, the agency responsible for monitoring our climate and predicting extreme weather events, is facing a $1.3 billion cut. That's right, in an era of increasing climate change impacts, we're cutting funding for the very agency that helps us understand and prepare for those impacts. It's like refusing to get a checkup even though you have a fever of 103. And don't even get me started on the Department of Energy. This is the agency responsible for promoting clean energy and reducing our reliance on fossil fuels. You know, the stuff that's causing climate change in the first place. Well, Trump's budget proposes slashing funding for renewable energy programs and cutting back on research into new clean energy technologies. It's like trying to win a race by running backwards. Unsurprisingly, these proposed cuts have sparked outrage from Democrats, scientists, and environmental groups. They argue that these cuts will cripple our ability to protect the environment, address climate change, and safeguard public health. They say it's short-sighted, irresponsible, and will have devastating consequences for generations to come. On the other side of the aisle, supporters of the cuts, including the Trump administration and conservative think tanks, argue that they're necessary to reduce government spending and unleash economic growth. They claim that environmental regulations are burdensome and stifle innovation. It's a classic battle between those who prioritize environmental protection and those who prioritize economic growth. But let's be clear, this is not just about dollars and cents. It's about our health, our well-being, and the future of our planet. As the saying goes, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. And right now it seems like we're not just borrowing from our children, we're taking out a payday loan with predatory interest rates. The budget is still in its early stages and Congress will have the final say on whether these cuts become reality. So stay informed, make your voices heard, and let your elected officials know that you care about protecting our environment. Because if we don't, who will? And remember, no amount of billionaires' money can buy us another Earth.